everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel again. In this video I'd like to talk about imperatives and at the same time some rules or etiquette that we have to pay attention while using WhatsApp. Let's get started. Let's talk about imperatives. Imperatives are verbs used to give orders, commands, warning or instructions, and if you use please, you can make a request. Now, to make the imperative, use the infinitive of the verb without to. For example, come here. As you see, we don't have to here. Just directly we have the infinitive form of the verb. To make a negative imperative, put do not or don't before the verb. For example, don't go or do not go. You can also use let's before the verb if you are including yourself in the imperative. The negative of let's is let's not. For example, let's have some lunch, or let's not have some lunch if you want to make it negative. Now, as I said, also we use imperatives for orders. Adults do not usually give each other orders unless they are in a position of authority. However, adults can give orders to children or animals. The intonation of an order is important, each word is stressed, and the tone falls at the end of the sentence. For example, sit down now, sit down now, as you see the stress is on the last word. And also we use imperatives for warnings. You can use the imperative to warn someone of danger. All the words in the warning are stressed, but the last word has a higher tone than the first word. For example, watch out! As you see, both words are stressed. And also, as I said, we use imperative to give advice. When you give advice using the imperative, the words are stressed normally. For example, don't eat heavy meals. As you see, it's advice and we just have the same stress on each word. And also for requests, we can use imperatives. You can also use the imperatives to make a request, but you should use a polite word before the verb. For example, please wait here. As you see, I make a request here. Now, let's talk about 13 suggestions on WhatsApp etiquette. Since a lot of people use WhatsApp these days, I thought it would be great to include these rules or these suggestions in this video. First suggestion is don't keep people awake at night. As you see, here in this group there are 100 people and it's 10:45 and there's a message. MoZaPo had a new subscriber at night and we keep people awake. And in this sentence we have also imperative. Next one, do not post in any group between 19 and 7 unless it is an emergency. When I say it's emergency, it means something, for example, like flood, blood or something like that. And it might change according to your work, according to your job and position. 2. Always keep to the purpose of the group. Don't share irrelevant messages about other topics. For example, it is an admin group and it's not relevant to send a new subscriber to this group. And in these two sentences also I use the imperatives. Next one, don't be offended if others leave. Not everyone wants the same information. As you see here, for example, there are 22 people here and the person doesn't want to stay in this group. So it is alright if that person wants to leave the group. And if you want to leave the group, do politely excuse yourself before you leave a group. For example, here, dear all, it's been great to be in this group for the past 7 months. However, it seems that I can't participate in any of your discussions because of my hectic schedule. So I decided to leave this group. Thank you all and bye for now. politely just excuse yourself. Now here, for example, in this group, we have a message and then, wow, congrats. And suddenly you receive hundreds of messages in your WhatsApp group. Please don't send hundreds of thank you messages, congratulations messages, and so on. If you want to send, just send privately. Don't just bother for some 100 people in this group. If you feel gratitude towards someone, tell them in a private message. Don't have a private conversation in a group chat. For example, MoZaPo, are you available? Sure, I didn't understand your email. Which one? About your last video. As you see, there are 10 people here, and it is not polite to have just private conversation in a group. Switch to private messages. For example, here, let me check it and continue that chat. I continue the chat in private messages. Let's not reply in the negative if a message asks for a positive response. For example, here, there's a party at the weekend. Who would like to join? And here there are a lot of people who don't want to join and they write their messages. For example, I can't come. For example, I have an appointment. Just the message asks for positive replies. Don't send data-insensitive messages. No one wants their last 1 GB used up and uninvited memes. For example, this is a hilarious video. Click and watch, 300 megabytes. Nobody wants to use the last 1 GB on this video. Don't respond with I don't know. Just wait for someone who knows the answer to reply. For example, does anybody know how much the new YouTube app is? I don't know, me neither. It shouldn't be around. If you don't know the answer, just wait for other people. Post your message in one single chunk of text. Don't post every word or sentence in a new message. For example, look at this message. Hi, how are you? Question mark. I have a question. You record your YouTube. And again, misspelling here and question mark. It is not good because the person who receives the message will receive hundreds of messages and hundreds of rings. Do not spam the group. For example, download the app, will get one free ticket from MoZaPo airline, for example. There are 22 people here, and you shouldn't just bother 22 people in this group. Check your sources before you share. For example, here in this group there are 95 people. Hey there, I've read that if you drink water every 10 minutes, you won't be infected by coronavirus. Do you have the source? Are you sure that message is right? Don't send every message that you read without just checking the sources. Always ask someone if you may add them before you add them, because suddenly somebody adds you in different groups and you don't know what's going on. For example, a friend, for example, a YouTuber, hi MoZaPo, we've created a group for YouTube in Istanbul. May I add you to the group? It'll be great. And as you see here, politely the person asked me and I would say yes or no. And ask yourself these 3 questions before you post. If you are not sure, is this relevant? Is this necessary for the group? And is this a good time to post? If your answers are yes, so you may post in the group. I hope it helps. Alright, I hope you have enjoyed the video and you have found some rules that I mentioned in the video useful for you to use in your WhatsApp. If you have any questions, don't forget to write in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to read them. And if you know any other rules that we have to pay attention while using WhatsApp, again write in the comments. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Take care and hope to see you again in my YouTube channel. Take care. Bye.